Yo, what is going on, y'all? V-Rob here. Today we'll be going on. We finally have some NBA news, y'all. It has been what it feels like years since we have some legitimate NBA news. So without further ado, we're going to break down some news we heard about Kevin Durant, the Brooklyn Nets, the Golden State Warriors, and talk a bit about the Miami Heat as well. So, NBA season is approaching. Let's hop right into it. So to start things off, I think I'm going to talk about Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant. Obviously, what we have heard throughout this summer is that Kevin Durant remained pretty quiet about his free agency decision. We didn't hear too much about recruiting. Obviously, in 2016, when he was still a member of the Oklahoma City Thunder, we heard so many stories that Draymond was texting him during the season. They had that meeting out in the Hamptons with Iguodala, Steph, Klay, and Draymond. All this other stuff, but we really did not hear that much. Even if you hear stories from like the Nets GM and the Nets owner, they didn't even know he was coming until it was officially announced where it got leaked by Adrian Wojnarowski. But today, Klay Thompson was interviewed multiple times by ESPN, by USA Today. So we're going to look at what he said about Kevin Durant and look at the reports that he said, what he thought about his decision, and all of the above. So Klay Thompson talked about recruiting Kevin Durant, and he said, in his own words, "I mostly just let him be, but I told him we could have the greatest dynasty ever," Klay told Mark Medina of the USA Today Sports. So obviously right there hasn't been too many stories about people trying to recruit Kevin Durant this summer. And just like I said, it remained pretty low-key. I think Kevin Durant is at a point in his life, well, he's always kind of been like this, but he's remained pretty low-key about certain topics and certain subjects in his life. And I kind of think it's funny Klay just gave him a simple, we could be the greatest dynasty ever. That is hard to pass up, but you look at the situation that happened with his injury. In my opinion, they rushed him back too much or too fast. It just was not a good vibe there. Obviously, he did not like how it felt like Steph's team and the Warriors fans gave him so much more praise as compared to Kevin Durant. So, I don't know, yo. I think Kevin Durant made the good move. He made the good move, me as a basketball fan. If he stayed at Golden State, there is a legitimate chance that they could have made the next 3 or 4 NBA Finals if they remained healthy. Klay also talked a bit more about Kevin Durant and his decision to go to the Brooklyn Nets. He said, "A change of heart, man, but I'm never going to hold it against him. He wanted to go to New York City. There's nothing wrong with that." Now this actually, if I really want to go into a deep thought about this makes me think, has Kevin Durant always wanted to play in New York? And he was leaning towards the Knicks one time and maybe he just said, fuck it, let me go with Kyrie to Brooklyn? Because that, in my mindset, he did not say he's going to go to Brooklyn. He always wanted to be in New York possibly. And obviously we know his company out there, I can't remember the name of it, his social media company that he owns though, obviously they're out there. He performs surgery out there. He's been recovering out there. Now he plays there. So I think overall it was a good move for Kevin Durant. Now, Brian Lewis of the New York Times. Fam, this is big news. This is big news. Shout out to Brian Lewis one time. Brian Lewis, a reporter/writer from the New York Times, gave us this statement. And I read, "Though Nets GM Sean Marks refused to rule Kevin Durant out for the season, the feeling within the league is trending towards him potentially playing this season." Potentially playing this season. Kevin Durant. Spencer Dinwiddie was asked by Brian Lewis about this same topic. He said that Durant is taking the rehab process ultra serious. He also said there's a chance for the Nets to have a very, very special season. Obviously, we have to take that into account that even without Kevin Durant, I think the Brooklyn Nets are still going to be able to compete in the Eastern Conference. I don't think they can win. I don't think they can beat teams like the 76ers or the Milwaukee Bucks. But I think as a whole, you still got DeAndre Jordan, you still got Kyrie. Besides D'Angelo Russell, you still got basically the same squad you got last year. A very deep team. I think Jared Allen is one of the best upcoming bigs in the NBA. You have a very solid team there. Now let's look at Kevin Durant's side of things. Now, in this article by Bleacher Report, they took into account of Kobe's injury and his recovery process because it's really the exact same injury. Kobe Bryant took 8 months to recover from his Achilles tear, yo. He was 34 years old at this time. So he got injured in April. He came back in early December. Now we have to put into effect that Kobe Bryant also came back, only played 6 games, averaged 13 points a game in those 6 games, and then fractured his left kneecap on the same leg he had the Achilles tear on. So you have to put that into account. What the article goes to talk about next is Kevin Durant is 4 years younger than Kobe Bryant was when he suffered his injury. So let's add 8 months to the time span of Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant got injured in mid-June of the 2019 NBA Finals. 8 months past that would be mid-January of 2020. So this is like the fifth game 50, game 55, 60 mark of the NBA season. So obviously this is a very important time in the league. People are getting more aggressive. People are fighting for playoff spots. People are clinching playoff spots. This is right around the All-Star break. So if you put into account waiting to put, say Kevin Durant comes back and he's feeling ready to go, wait out past the All-Star break and wait a week after and put him back into the lineup so it's a lot better to transition. Maybe that's the move, but like I said, guys, the problem with that interpretation is Kobe came right back. A week later, he re-injures that same leg and is out for the rest of the season, and that leads into another knee injury, a hip injury, another Achilles injury, another ankle injury, and it just keeps building on and on. In the last 3 or 4 years of Kobe's career, we're just stockpiled with injuries and L's. But I mean, you look at the squad, the Nets got right now. It is a very solid squad. I mean, looking at a quick starting 5, you obviously got Kyrie Irving, you got Karis LeVert, Taurean Prince, Rodion Kirkus, DeAndre Jordan. Then looking at the bench, you got Spencer Dinwiddie, Garrett Temple, Joe Harris, Jared Allen. So a very solid 9-man rotation. They have a few other guards, but those 9 right there will be logging up majority of the minutes, and I like that bench, y'all. I think Joe Harris and Spencer Dinwiddie both had amazing seasons last year, and I'm a big Karis LeVert fan coming off the shooting guard spot with Kyrie. Going on to some other news about the Brooklyn Nets, Shams came out with a bunch of these topics that he reported in this huge article that he did. And he said now, despite the talks Kyrie and Kevin Durant had to try and persuade, despite the Nets players wanting him, it is very unlikely the Nets will sign Carmelo Anthony, which is pretty sad for me, just because you look at Carmelo, you look at his skill set, he is better than almost every single bench player in the NBA. You guys cannot say that I'm wrong about that. Y'all can say Melo's trash, he's washed up, he's still Carmelo Anthony, y'all. You mean to tell me that, let me think of a solid player. You guys get my point. He definitely should be on a team. I think the big problem is that coaches don't want the reply back from the media or fans having Carmelo ride the bench, being a Hall of Famer, being one of the greatest scorers of all time at the end of the bench. I get that. Stephen A. did say that, and I thought that was a very solid point that he made. Now, just some quick news. Chris Paul to the Miami Heat is becoming a real thing. The Heat are starting to push the conversation. They're starting to have talks with Oklahoma City Thunder. Obviously, the Thunder are going to trade him until December. So by that time, obviously, I feel the Heat are willing to trade picks. They do have Tyler Hero. That might be a big trade target that the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to try and get. If you are the Miami Heat, do you give up Tyler Hero? In my opinion, you don't. Tyler Hero is a very solid shooter. He played very well in the Summer League. He looks like he has the potential to be an all-star one day in the NBA. But you look at Jimmy Butler, you look at Chris Paul, you cannot tell me that duo, along with the team they got, very athletic, solid defensive team with Justice Winslow, who I think is a very solid talent. Can that team reach to the Eastern Conference semifinals and possibly the conference finals and compete with the Sixers or the Bucks? I don't know, guys, but that is a quick video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new. In my opinion, all right, let me just say this to end this video. If I'm Kevin Durant, I am not coming back this year. I am not coming back this year to just lose to LeBron in the finals. I just feel personally, you don't want to rush this. And like I said, you look at Kobe Bryant and what happened to him. You cannot rush this injury. I mean, are you going to come back and play the last 2 months of the regular season and play like 1 or 2 more months of the playoffs? Or you say, screw that, you wait an extra 8 months. So come October 2020, you are fully healthy. I don't think he'll ever be the same Kevin Durant again. I don't want to be part of that snippet when he wins Finals MVP in 2021 and they show all the people saying that he couldn't do it. I don't want to be in there because I want him to come back healthy, but I definitely just jinxed that. I feel he should just wait. And I feel with the Melo stuff, I feel he's going to get signed. I hope he gets signed. I hope he doesn't get signed to the Clippers. If I'm the Lakers, I want the Lakers to get him. I want LeBron to go in the Genie's office and say, Genie, I helped put this team together this summer. Keep Ryan on my opinions. Let's sign Carmelo, because Carmelo can still contribute. Now, about Chris Paul. If I'm the Heat, I am trying to do the trade, but I'm not giving up Jimmy Butler, because I'll defeat the purpose, or Tyler Hero. But that's what I got, guys. Stay blessed. All love 2019. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new. Thank you so much for the support. Cannot thank you all enough. You guys got to remember this. I mean, despite Kevin Durant comes back or not, Lakers are still winning the championship. So, like, how much of a difference does it really make? You know what I mean? I'm not this thing. Stay blessed, yo.